Riley Leonard and the Irish from their own 2. Jeremiah Love breaks free. Jeremiah Love trying to go 98. Touchdown! What a run in the first touchdown of the 12-team playoff.
My goodness, watch his left tackle, Anthony Knapp, working against the All-Big Ten defender, Mikhail Kamara. He was able to turn him back inside, which allowed a big void between him and the tight end. That's exactly where Love went, and he was out the gate. Chaos, which is not what you want this part of the field. Watch the tight ends here, though. Big part of the passing game.
The fake, and it is a touchdown to Jaden Thomas. Just his second touchdown of the year. Second and goal, Notre Dame up 20-3 with under 5 minutes to go. Riley Leonard has the record. Great fake and a walk-in touchdown. His 15th rushing touchdown of the season. He has the Notre Dame quarterback record all by himself. He wants resumes of guys who've played a lot and played well. Swing pass, Price, bang down at the goal line, touchdown Indiana. That was close as to whether he broke the plane from the big mobile progressive pylon camera. That's a touchdown. So Curtis was really the original guy who Googled Kirk Cignetti. Back shoulder to throw. That finally works, and it's a touchdown. Perhaps we're burying the Hoosiers a bit prematurely.
Jennings looking to pass. Over the middle, picked off, and it's coming back. DeLuca, touchdown! Seven to nothing on this pick six thrown right here. DeLuca taking it back.
These people don't give a shit.
Who's giving them the business? The business.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's got it.
Goes Davis.
Oh my God.
Davis is going to run it all the way back.
Deep down the field. It's going to be to the goal line. It's going to be gone. It's a touchdown. And the Gators have won the game.
To the 40, Herman Whitfield 30, to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown FSU.
We are live. Oh, turn this one up. That's why I can't hear anything. Bada bing, bada boom. What up, everyone? Welcome to College Football Extravaganza. I'm your host, Robert Vinson. This is also your host, Justin Patrick. How you doing?
We are in a new vicinity. We've been to so many places, and now this seems to be the best one yet.
And we might move next week.
Ah, shit.
It was just hot in my house, and I was moving into a new office, which had a second room, and I've always wanted to make this room a podcast studio for different reasons. So, I mean, I made it a podcast studio, basically. So that's what we're doing. We're here to go over playoff predictions and conference champions and week 0. It's finally here. This is college football season.
Are one Saturday away from college football.
Yeah.
By one Saturday away, this Saturday,
I was about to say.
we get college football.
I was about to say, I think your math's wrong, but I'm too hyped to care. I mean, Logan Brown can't be with us, by the way. He had a family emergency, so our third would be sitting right here, and then I would be in the control center. We're going to figure it out, though. This is a pretty good setup. I like this. We'll have to figure out how to do it. I think I don't know. Overall, I think the new setup's good. Hop in the chat. I'm going to be monitoring it from 2 different computers here. That's how we're going to have to do this right now. But getting into it, just I mean, how do you want to start this one off? Do we want to start with the SEC, the Big Ten, ACC? Where do you want to go? I'm going to let you take the reins on this one.
I mean, So we're doing predictions today, doing conference championship predictions. We're going to do playoff predictions. I feel like you really can't do one without the other. So I feel like we should probably start with conference championship predictions, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Which conference?
Yeah, I said we start with the Big 12.
Okay,
Big 12.
fair enough.
Let's go ACC, Big 10, and then we'll do the SEC.
Yeah, that's fine.
But before the SEC, we have to do an honorable mention for the who's going to be the small guy, who's going to be the little guy, who's going to be the Boise State of last year.
Boise State's probably going to be the Boise
Will it be Boise State again?
Yeah.
Will it be Boise State again?
Spoiler alert. Yeah, I
or
don't know.
could it be Tulane?
UNLV with the Dan Mullins.
Or UNLV.
UNLV with the Dan Mullins.
Or Southern Miss.
Southern Miss with all of Marshall's team last year.
Correct.
That's who you would like. I'm sure that's who you would like.
I would ride that train. Like I don't care. Like I would ride that train. I would just slap a black and gold Marshall logo on a black polo, and that's what it'd be, because it's exactly what it would be. Yeah, you could change the color of the team and everything, but it's still going to be Marshall at the end of the day.
Right.
And they're going to beat Mississippi State to start off next week as well. And that's a hot take I'm going to sit on until it's over.
I mean, we did talk about that. Maybe not last episode, but the episode before, right? Because we did SEC predictions 2 weeks ago. So yeah, we did kind of predict that. And I also predicted that Toledo is going to beat Kentucky opening week
You're
as
sitting
well.
on that one, which is a little far-fetched for me, but I'll ride it with you.
I mean, do you not remember last year Toledo took down Mississippi State too?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know Kentucky's a little step up there, but we're also not very high on Kentucky this year. So, I could be wrong, but if I'm right about this, if I'm wrong about that, I'll do a shot just for funsies. Okay. But I think if I'm right, you and Logan should have to take a shot as well. I think that's how that should go.
Okay, wait, rephrase it one more time.
If Toledo wins, you and Logan have to take shots. If Kentucky wins, I'll take a shot.
Yeah.
And so that's not even a shot game. It's just me putting myself on because that's, Kentucky's the favorite there. So I'm
Correct.
basically giving you guys a shot.
That's actually crazy. But I think the bet a shot on Toledo. I'll bet. How about this? I'll bet a shot on Southern Miss.
Yeah. I like this. I like where this is going.
So
okay.
we're not going to bet on the same game, but we're going to bet on the same kind of game. And that's two shitty SEC teams going against two small-ass schools with horrible history in the past few years going at it, and I'll ride it.
But see, I'm with you on the Southern Miss one. I want full chaos this for week one. So, I mean, we'll get to week one, but I would like to see Southern Miss win and Toledo win against two SEC teams. I mean, okay, let's off rip. So I got the standings pulled up. Let me share the screen. Apologize to the chat. It's going to be a little slow on the sharing screen function because I'm not at my normal station. So we're going to have to take some getting used to on this new setup here. Let me make sure we get this right. Share. Add to scene. And oh yeah, we're going to. There we go. Boom. All right, so American Conference. Who do you have coming out of the American?
I think it's got to be Tulane.
I'm with Tulane too. I mean, I could see Memphis, Memphis Tulane up there. Do we have a champion? Yeah, we have a championship game in the American Conference. I'm gonna say Memphis Tulane. And then I think Tulane gets that win there. They're building a really good team in Tulane, and I'm excited for their schedule. Let me pull up their schedule as well because they play. I think I called it an upset. Oh no, it wasn't an upset really. I had them beating Northwestern week 1. I wouldn't even call that an upset at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because like when Marshall would beat Purdue, that's technically an upset, right? Mm-hmm. But it's really not because a good group of 5 team should beat a good power, or not a shitty Power 4 team. Like, it's how it goes. Like, it's funny looking back at a lot of last year's rankings. Like, Marshall was ranked, and I'm going to say Marshall because it's a good reference in this situation. I feel you had Marshall ranked above your Mississippi States, your Purdue's, your I don't know. Probably I could say like Arizona. You know, they were ranked above those teams.
Yeah, for sure.
Which, because they were a good team. And genuinely, they probably would have beat them because Marshall had a great team last year. But I don't know if that's going to be the case this year with Marshall, but I know it's not going to be. It's going to be pretty.
It's a
ugly.
rebuilding year for the green.
Yeah,
for the
we,
green herd.
We just get to walk into fucking Sanford, Athens, the Sanford Stadium.
Yeah.
And bend over a table.
It's gonna. I mean, someone has to be the warm-up game here. Good. There are officially 0 weeks until football every week until February. Hallelujah. Thanks for joining us, Magoo. You're also free to come on and talk Georgia Southern football anytime.
Free to come.
Free to come. You are free to come. Yeah. Back on Tulane, they got to play Ole Miss at Ole Miss, and then they do go to Memphis. So even if they lose to Memphis, I think they could still play them in the championship game there.
And you know what?
I'm not totally counting out Navy either.
That and Army. You know, we can't. We really can't act like not pay attention to those two teams. Now, is Charlotte in the American now?
Charlotte is now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then FAU.
I'm not high on FAU. I'm not. I don't know them that well though. I can't say I've done my research. You know, like if you want well researched on your American Conference teams, go watch Josh Pate. I'm not.
Actually, no, I don't even think Josh Pate's the guy to go for that one either.
Probably not. I don't know. You might want to find a local Boca Raton reporter that's a beat writer for the Owls.
Stuart Mandel, he's the best with Group of Five knowledge. He's been covering them for over a decade. He's been like the Group of Five.
Is that a Fox plug? Are you plugging Fox right now?
Nah, it's he's a writer for The Athletic.
Okay. All right. Good. So, all right, we both got Tulane winning that, and I mean, if Tulane happens to beat this, they're in the playoffs, right?
Have to be.
Yeah.
But if that's their only loss,
If that's their only loss,
they're
too.
still in the playoffs.
Yeah. You think so?
Well, because I mean, you got to think about it. Ole Miss will be ranked somewhere in the top 25 in the year. If that's their only loss, their loss was a ranked team. Now, it depends on Boise's situation, right? Like Boise's only loss last year was top-ranked Oregon.
Oregon, right.
You know, same
Last minute loss, too. They brought it down to the wire.
But this year, Boise State's playing South Florida, Washington, Air Force, and then they're going to be playing App State, Notre Dame. Oh.
Yeah.
They got Notre Dame, UNLV, and they'll probably play UNLV again in the championship like last year.
Right. Now, I forgot who it was, but someone had UNLV in the playoffs, and I was like, hey, no, not the first year under Dan Mullen. Don't break my heart like this.
They have the money.
They do have the money and the facility. I mean, that's kind of what I was talking about with Georgia Tech. There's no reason why a school in Atlanta, Georgia, shouldn't have enough money to get these NIL deals and bring in top dollar athletes, you know? Like you can buy something. You're in Las Vegas. You have the quite literally the high rollers in Las Vegas. But let's skip to the Mountain West since we are in agreement on the American.
The American.
Tulane coming out of the American. That's our final answer.
Final answer.
Skipping to the Mountain West because we talked about Boise State. I do think Boise State wins the Mountain West again, and I think it's going to be Boise State versus UNLV. I do think Dan Mullen gets there this year with that UNLV team in the championship.
I think here's what I'm kind of lost on. What is Boise State bringing back? They don't have a Heisman running back anymore.
Right.
Now, I think they have their quarterback returning. I think. Yeah, Maddox Madsen, he's coming back. He'll be a junior this year. I mean, outside of that, they had a few guys like Dubar. They have a good linebacker. Cameron Bates is actually a stud. He's actually a really fun wide receiver to watch. Caples is a good receiver. I would say, who's their tight end? Is he coming back? Yeah, okay. They also have Matt Lauder coming back, which that guy was a top 10 tight end in the country last year, in my opinion. He'll probably, if he plays any similar to what he did last year, he'll be a top 5 coming into this year. I think, yeah, they have some weapons on offense coming back. They have a few guys on defense that are kind of some studs, like Bo Bull. He's there, not the basketball player. His name is Bo Bull, and he's coming back. Mason Jacobson and David Latu. Yeah, you got some guys coming back. Okay, it makes sense. I'll give it to you. So yeah, we'll call it there. We're gonna call it.
I mean, if not, who else? Who else in the Mountain West?
We'll call it UNLV and Boise State.
That's what I'm thinking. And looking at their schedule, yeah, Notre Dame sucks. But again, you get past Notre Dame if that's your only loss.
Now, what is UNLV's schedule?
They also Boise State plays UNLV there.
So
at Boise though, at Boise.
So UNLV
Toughest game's Boise right now. And
see, that's a pretty walkable.
Well,
schedule.
UCLA, they got UCLA early. Looks like they have UCLA at home in Las Vegas.
Nothing hard. All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna say UNLV and Boise State, and that's
Good use of the bell.
Good use of the bell.
Nice. Yeah. We're gonna get our traditional sounds back on, and Justin's gonna be running this sound pad like a spider,
7 years of radio experience going ham on this board.
so you can pity shit about sports. We're gonna have that sound bite. We're gonna have his sound bites all in here, and probably set up a Google Voice number so we can have call-ins.
Yeah, I know guys like Casey Rayleigh. He's going to want to do that. Yeah, a lot of guys wanting to call into the show. Why wouldn't you want to call on the show? It's the best show to watch college football on a Monday night.
Yeah,
You're not going to see a better show to watch college football on a Monday night.
probably not. And
Josh
if you,
Pate isn't live on a Monday night, so who else are you going to go watch?
dude, yeah, we can't. Yeah. What's he? He's like live every other night.
Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
Every other night he's there. Okay, we're still sharing Boise State's roster here. Let's get out of there and get back to these conference standings for you guys. All right, so I got Boise winning. I don't think Dan Mullen can get it this year, but I think it'll be close. Who knows? Preseason predictions. I got Boise State as my Mountain West Conference champion.
I'll take it. Boise State. We'll lock it in.
Lock it in. Locks. Damn, you need the lock sounds. Oh wait. Hold up.
Have the lock sound?
Hold up. Actually. Boom.
Oh, well, that worked.
Yeah. No, I have. And actually, check this out. I got these right here. Quit hitting those real quick. Hang on.
ADHD. I'm sorry.
Check this out.
Kentucky is.
I got it, and I got the old one.
Who cares?
We got the who cares.
That's the OG.
That's all we need. We got the locks. We got the obviously the horn. Yeah.
So
So
what's this one do? Oh no.
it says Pornhub.
I know.
It literally says Pornhub.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at these sounds. All right, let's go back to the top. Let's go back to the top here. The surface, not gonna lie, folks, America, the surface for the streaming up and down here, look, I'm going crazy. I can just zoom in with my finger here. All right, the Atlantic Coast Conference. The Atlantic Coast Conference. The ACC. I have to do this, and it pains me. It pains me to do this.
You're not gonna say who I think you're gonna say.
Let me look here. Do you have a pick solidified for the ACC right now?
I have a championship match solidified. Yeah.
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence because
You can't say them.
Georgia Tech.
Oh yeah, that's who I'm saying too.
Okay, I want Georgia Tech, but like it's either Georgia Tech or Miami versus Clemson for me.
Correct.
That's what's going on in my head right now.
Those are the two options.
Okay, so you got Georgia Tech and Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we might be there, but why Georgia Tech over Miami?
I like Brent Key.
I like Brent Key a lot too.
I think he's a great coach. If he doesn't have it this year, it's okay, fine, whatever. But they play Colorado, they play Gardner-Webb, then they have Clemson, then Temple, Wake, Virginia Tech, Duke, Syracuse, NC State, Boston College, and Pitt. They should go 8-0 in that stretch, and then they'll have Georgia. So really, at the end of the season, they should be 8-1 in conference play.
Okay. I'm looking at Miami's schedule right now. Forget about Florida. Forget about Notre Dame. They're not in the ACC. Florida State's their first ACC game.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Florida State's a big
Doak, though.
at
Doak.
Doak. At Doak. And besides Alabama, that's the first game that's going to be rocking for Florida State. Let me make sure I'm right on that.
But what about SMU? Like, what are we feeling about SMU? Like, do we like SMU this year? Do we want SMU to do good again?
Playoff team last year with
Correct.
SMU. I'm going to default to their preseason ranking at 16. I'm going to say that's a tough game too.
They have Kelvin Jennings as the quarterback again.
But that's their toughest game after FSU.
Correct.
I'm not high on Virginia Tech. I'm higher on Syracuse than I am NC State. Not really high on Pitt. But if they drop either Florida State or SMU, I don't know. They would have to drop. They would have to drop 2. They would have to drop 2 because with Georgia Tech's schedule, I think the ACC, if it was tied between them without them playing head to head, I think they're putting in Miami. Georgia Tech plays Clemson. Let's call that a loss.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss. I think they'll be 8-1, and I think the strength of schedule is the reason why you go Georgia Tech.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Miami drops 2. Maybe they drop 2 somewhere. And I don't wholeheartedly discount Virginia Tech. Both teams play Virginia Tech, so that could be kind of the puzzle piece there. Who beat Virginia Tech? Who loses Virginia Tech? Virginia Tech wants revenge against Miami after that.
Is UNC
Hail Mary
this year? Like what's the feeling there?
UNC? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're kind of a sleeper. But Belichick's girlfriend is also sleeping in his bed right now, so. Mm-hmm. So he might be sleeping too. I don't know. No, I mean
it's a whole lot of. Oh damn it!
No, the Tar Heels are definitely a sleeper team. Like I'm not going to count out a Belichick team. Let's take a look at their schedule too. Mm-hmm. I was looking up at the TV for confirmation. We don't have anything up there.
So we have TCU. That's week 1. That's actually
good game.
That wraps up week 1.
Yeah.
On the September 1st. And then they have Charlotte. That's a win. I think they start 2-0. Richmond 3-0. UCF 4-0
with Scott Frost back.
4-0?
Yeah, I would go 4. Well, I don't know. I don't know there. I don't know.
Clemson 4-1. Cal 5-1. Virginia
6-1.
6-1. Syracuse 7-1. Stanford.
I don't know. I'm not going to count Syracuse out that late in the season in the Carrier Dome.
That coach isn't going to. First off, here's why Syracuse was successful last year. Kyle McCord. Why is Kyle McCord successful? Because Ohio State didn't want him.
You shit on Kyle McCord all last season too.
And my takes on him were always spot on every time. I was like, he's going to shit the bed, and then threw fucking 5 picks that week. I said, yep, here it goes. Plays a good game. That means something. Played against UNLV. I'm like, he's going to shit the bed this week. What happened? Shit the bed. And I sit on that.
Folks, don't let him lie to you. He hated Kyle McCord until he started doing good at Syracuse.
I hated Kyle McCord.
Until he started doing good at Syracuse.
No, wait. I don't think I remember a time that I liked Kyle McCord.
You've always hated Kyle McCord.
Always. I like through and through from his Ohio State days to the end of the Syracuse days. Now, Franz Brown is not going to get another quarterback to replace Kyle McCord. Like, he was gifted a 5-star quarterback because Ohio State didn't want him. And they're like, here's our fucking guy who's shitty.
They should really have the depth chart for the teams right here. Let's get roster here. It's fucking Syracuse's starting quarterback.
It's
Steve Angeli. Is that who it is? He's the junior.
I think it's Angeli. The Angeli. Which I think he came from Notre Dame. He did. Came from Notre Dame last year through... He's played two years in Notre Dame. He actually, in 2023, he played in a couple games, had a 7-touchdown, 1-interception ratio. The guy has a 10-to-1 touchdown-interception ratio over his time in Notre Dame.
Not bad.
Actually, not bad at all. His rating's 192. A whopping 192.
We'll get to see him week 1 versus Tennessee. That'll be,
Who named Joey Aguilar, the former Appalachian State quarterback, as their starter this year. Meaning that the UCLA quarterback was not able to beat him out.
Right. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, Syracuse, to me, I got a big question mark over Syracuse, but week 1, we should know at least something.
I think Duke might be kind of like an ankle biter this year. Like, an ankle biter is something that you kind of refer to when a team might be a little good, but who's going to be Duke's quarterback?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Let's get down to brass tacks here. Who do you have winning? Because I think we're on the same page with Georgia Tech and Clemson in the championship there. I got Georgia Tech in an upset.
That's fine. Because you know why?
I'm not
not gay no more.
And that's okay. I think it's going to be Clemson.
Look, here's why I say Georgia Tech, because if Clemson goes undefeated up until that point, Georgia Tech upsets them.
Mm-hmm.
They both get into the college football playoffs. Maybe Georgia Tech's only loss is Georgia.
Saying Georgia Tech's going to pull a Clemson of last year.
Yep, pretty much.
Because that was the situation last year. Clemson was like 18th in the country.
Right.
They had the win to get in. They did.
Beat SMU.
And SMU
They both
still got in. Even though the coach was terrified that they weren't going to get in.
Yeah. But here's why they beat Clemson, because they lose to Clemson early in the season. They lose to them in September on that 9-13 game right here. So they lose to them the first time. Hard to beat a team twice, especially in the championship. And yeah, I think it's a bold prediction. It's a bold prediction for sure.
I think Clemson's a good one to go to.
No, yeah, Clemson's obviously they're right there for me. So I don't know. I'm making the prediction now that I guess they both get into the playoffs, which is super bold to say that I haven't seen in any of the playoff predictions that I've seen. Haven't seen Georgia Tech on any of them. And that's probably for a good reason. I'm probably retarded.
I'm kind of retarded.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, see, they're on there for a reason, dude. They're on there for a reason.
But I will say this: how many teams, say Georgia Tech does lose? How many teams does the ACC get in?
2. Still 2.
Who in the 2 are?
Miami. Miami's the other team.
Yeah, then Miami gets in.
Yeah, because I think you got probably a close tie for Miami and Georgia Tech versus Clemson.
I think it'll be SMU or
Yeah, I could see that.
SMU or one of those two is going to be the second. I don't think there's only going to be one this year, but if there was going to be a conference that did only have one this year, I think it would be ACC.
And I don't hate that take either. I think that's good.
I think
a good take.
The Big 12, we'll see. I think they're going to have multiple teams in this year, which let's hop in that. All right. I already know this is going to be way too similar to Josh Pate. Texas Tech has a super easy schedule.
Yeah, that's fine. I personally, I like Arizona State, even though they lost Scatabo. I still like, what's their coach, Dillingham?
Coach Dillingham.
Kenny. I like that they're returning a lot of guys here. I like Arizona State.
You know what?
To be there.
We also didn't look at Liberty a lick when it came to a possibility of a Group of 5 team.
Well, maybe we haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
Stick on Big 12 real quick.
So I'm looking at Texas Tech. They're going to go 1-0 versus Pine Bluff, 2-0 versus Kent State, 3-0 versus Oregon, 4-0 versus Utah, 5-0 versus Houston. Kansas is the question mark.
You're going to count out Utah in Salt Lake City.
Utah. Yes, because outside the defense, I don't know what they're bringing to the table. Kansas is the loss. I think this could be a slippery slope. You go Kansas, A-State, and then you have a slippery slope trap game with Mike Gundy of Oklahoma State. That's a little bit of a slippery slope.
Yeah.
You could definitely lose those 3. And then
you could lose to BYU.
And then you go K-State and BYU. That's a rough, weird stretch right there.
And then you got to go to Morgantown, West Virginia to end the season.
I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that.
Okay. All right. But, to bolster your position here, they did go all out in the portal. They did spend tons of NIL money.
Texas Tech actually was probably the most surprising NIL spender this year. And that's in all sports.
Yeah. So it's make or break. It's make or break for them this season.
I agree.
So I like your pick. I don't think they get the job done though. I think maybe they drop at least 2 or 3 of that Kansas, Arizona State, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, BYU, UCF, West Virginia. That's a pretty brutal stretch. I don't know. It's not the toughest schedule. It's kind of backloaded. Because Arizona State, Kansas State, two of the top teams in the Big 12, both away games.
Yeah.
And then you get Oklahoma State at home, but Mike Gundy's seat's hot. He's got something to prove.
Is it hot though? Like, what are they gonna do?
I hear you. But it's still
What are they gonna do?
it's still hot. It's warm at least. They're gonna slap him on the wrist, but that's about it.
They're gonna slap him on the cock, and then he's gonna say, "I'm a man. I'm 40."
I'm 50.
Lick my ball.
And then he's gonna say that a little bit too, because
I'm 50.
he's like fucking 70 now, because that clip's like 30 years old.
He should grow the mullet back if he doesn't have the mullet. I haven't
right.
seen him in fall camp.
If we're talking about college football playoffs, A-State's the guarantee, right?
Yeah. I got A-State winning, going to the playoffs again.
Sam Leavitt, in my opinion, top 10 returning quarterback. He's going to be a top 4 round draft pick next year. In the running, K-State, Tech. We could say, fuck, I forgot about them. Baylor.
You're big on Baylor. You're big on Baylor
I'm
this
big
year.
on Sawyer Robinson. That's who I'm big on.
Let's take a look at their schedule here.
The long shot. So we can go cross these teams off. UCF, West Virginia, Oklahoma State, Houston, Cincinnati, Arizona. I'm crossing them out. Sound good?
Yeah.
TCU?
No. Did you say K-State in that first round of teams?
Correct.
I got K-State, a K-State Arizona State championship.
Okay. So Iowa State, no.
No.
Utah?
No Utah for me. K-State, Arizona State in the Big 12 championship. That's who I'm going with.
BYU?
No, I'm not going to go with BYU this year. Not this
they
year.
lost their quarterback. Colorado?
No, but it is interesting with Kadon Slater there.
It is. I think so, too.
It's interesting.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I think, yeah.
I mean, he could sling the ball, dude.
I think
and run.
I think Baylor and Kansas are two sleepers because of their coaches and because of their quarterbacks. They have coach quarterback duos that are not in their first year. They're both veterans and they both know how to win.
Both of them.
Both.
I agree. I mean, we could see somewhat of a cannibalism going on here.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, overall, who's your championship game in the Big 12?
So I'm going to try and shake it up.
Shake them up.
What and yours?
Because everyone's saying K-State, and a lot of people are saying Arizona State still, but I've seen
I don't
Texas Tech and Arizona State a lot too.
I don't like Avery Johnson at Kansas State. He's a young guy who has been.
See, I like Avery Johnson.
He's a young guy who's done really well, but I think for Baylor's schedule, they go Auburn, SMU, Sanford, Arizona State. That's a really weird first 4 weeks. Like you're facing 2 top 25 teams, and that's not even saying Auburn. They have to face A-State, and they have to face Kansas State. They also have to face, well, those are really it. Their last 6 are they're going TCU, Cincinnati, UCF, Utah, Arizona, Houston. That's a really easy way to exit the year, which is kind of how you want to do things, right? Now for Kansas State, I'm not really high up on it. I'm going to go with Arizona State and Baylor.
Bold move, Baylor. I like the pick. I like the chances you're taking there. So you bailed on Texas Tech, though. How close does Texas Tech get?
I think Texas Tech doesn't have the coaching yet.
They're not there just yet.
I think K-State, don't be surprised if we make a weird pick later this afternoon that K-State doesn't perform at Dublin.
Pass me the Surface Charger.
Anyways.
Need to stay charged up.
So Kansas State has to play Kansas. They have to play Texas Tech. They have to play Colorado to end the year. Their last 5 weeks are just really funky. Like they have to go to Kansas. Then they have to play Texas Tech. They have to go to Oklahoma State.
Wait, who are you talking about? Let me pull them up.
K-State.
K-State.
Then they have to go to Utah and then come back home to host Colorado.
That's pretty funky, yeah. I don't really like. At Kansas, that's a tough rivalry game. You never know what's going to happen. Texas Tech, that's tough. At Stillwater. in Salt Lake City versus Colorado. Yeah, that's a tough stretch. Tough stretch there.
I'm going to ride Baylor in A-State.
I like your pick. I like that pick. I like Arizona State. I think I'll still stick with Kansas State here. I like Avery Johnson. And to me, Oklahoma State, Utah, Colorado there in the stretch. Not proven. Texas Tech. Texas Tech's a road bump right there. We'll see.
Here's what you have to remember about Baylor of last year. So, outside of the bowl game, they basically dominated most of their schedule, and then they had a weird bump. So they went, I think, all the way to, they went 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, and then I think they won their last 6. So they ended on a hot streak. Sawyer also ended in like top 10 QBR and passing yards last year.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see right off the bat with Auburn how much of a threat Baylor's going to be. Right.
I have Baylor winning. I've made that very clear.
Who's the champ? Baylor or Arizona State?
A-State. Yeah.
Okay. So Kenny Dillingham taking the Sun Devils to the playoffs 2 years in a row.
I love Kenny. I think he's a great coach. He's very energetic. He holds his guys accountable. He has this connection with the guys that just seems to make sense. So, yeah, I like Kenny.
I like him too. And I like Arizona State as well. So put them in the playoffs. So right now, I don't know. Can you keep track of us? You got a pen? Here's a Sharpie.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, take the Sharpie. Because right now we said you got Clemson or Georgia Tech. I guess split them down for us. So in the ACC, you at least had Clemson winning. So they're getting the bye.
Clemson with the bye. You had GT.
I had Georgia Tech and Clemson both in there.
All right. I have A-State. You have
A-State.
Do you think they get a second team in, though? In, like, Tech?
I don't.
You don't think?
I think the Big 12's out. I think Big 12's one team in, and then they're out.
I think they get a second team in.
Arizona State, or not Arizona State, Kansas State, Texas Tech, Baylor.
I got Tech.
You got Texas Tech? Okay.
Tech. Yeah, I'm going to go Tech. All right, now Big 10.
This one's big. 10.
Correct.
Yeah. I think give me the buttons on that one. That's the suspense gopher.
No.
It says them right here.
Yeah, Wawa? No.
But yeah, I literally labeled them for a reason.
I have so much control.
Yeah. You guys still haven't figured out how to label yours, have you, at the radio station?
No, we have.
You can also press them up here, too. Oh, I guess I must have pressed the wrong button. You can press them up there as well, though.
I must have pressed the wrong button.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I pressed the wrong one. Okay. For me, this one's tough because I could see 3 teams getting in.
Go ahead, say it. Who do you think?
Ohio State.
Is the one you have going in?
One of the 3.
But who's the one you have winning?
The conference?
Yeah.
Penn State.
Okay.
I got Penn State winning the Big Ten this year. Finally, it's their year. They almost had Oregon last year. They didn't get them.
I've been trying to image how this is going to go down. Because in a weird way, we might get a Penn State-Oregon Big Ten championship rematch. And somehow, some way, we might have Ohio State outside of the conference championship again.
Again.
Which today, Julian Sane named QB1 in Columbus. So, what does that mean? Probably some weird games for this squad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So we had Ohio State. They're playing Texas, which doesn't matter about conference. So we're looking at conference. Washington, Minnesota, Illinois, Wisconsin, Penn State, Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers, and Michigan.
I mean, I could see them, like we said the other week, worst case scenario, they could lose to Penn State. They could lose to Illinois, at Illinois, and they could lose to Michigan.
I wasn't on that one, but
I know you weren't on that one. You were. I mean, you said Washington. You know, Washington's questionable. I think you still give them a nod.
Washington's my team for the sleeper. Now, then their schedule is Colorado State, UC Davis, Washington State, Ohio State, Maryland, Rutgers, Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, Purdue, UCLA, and they wrap it up with Oregon. There's a good chance that they get to Oregon with 1 or 2 losses.
One of them being Ohio State here, maybe, potentially.
And or Michigan.
Or Michigan. Yeah, at Michigan. They got Ohio State in Husky Stadium.
The beauty is they get Ohio State in Washington, one of the top 5 toughest places to play in college football. They get Illinois in Washington, one of the top 5 toughest places to play in college football. Then they got to go to the Rose Bowl, which is one of the easiest places to play in college football during the regular season. And then they get Oregon in Husky Stadium, one of the top 5 places in college football.
But you gotta face Nico. I'm gonna leave you.
Exactly. Nico, I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna leave you the door open to hopefully sneak into the Big Ten championship.
They're not beating Dan Lanning and the Ducks.
You don't think they're beating Dan Lanning?
No, I don't think they're beating Dan Lanning and the Ducks.
Again.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Not this
probably
year.
not. I think Oregon. I'm really pissed off that we did these right after fucking Pate. I just want to make that clear.
Well, I mean, to me, it's like those are the teams, like preseason, yeah, these are the teams that everyone's looking at, and barring something crazy from happening, which what would be crazy for me in the Big Ten is Nebraska. Nebraska, you got Washington as your sleeper.
Nebraska is quite the sleeper, though.
Nebraska is a super sleeper. Super sleeper because, I mean, every time you think Nebraska's going to have a good year, they don't.
You know what? I'll say it. Nebraska, Penn State, Big Ten championship.
I would love that. Where does Oregon? So you're counting Oregon out, so we have to go there. Where are their losses?
You got to think. All right, you got to pay attention real hard here.
At Penn State.
Nebraska doesn't have to face Oregon, Washington. Fuck, they do have to face. They don't face Oregon, Washington, or Ohio State. They do get Michigan in Nebraska. They'll be 3-0 when they come to town, which is going to be that's going to be a sellout crowd because Nebraska's going to feel its energy.
No, I know. I mean, I looked at it. I looked at this. I think I had Nebraska with maybe 1 or 2 losses in our Big Ten preview last week. At Penn State. That's the hardest game on the schedule. They beat USC last year in a nail-biter, field goal win. They end the season versus Iowa at home. I gave them the edge there. They go to UCLA. I gave them the win there. I gave them the win at Minnesota. But that, to me, that could be a trap game. The Minnesota game at Minnesota, that's a trap game for me.
I think when it comes to the Big Ten,
I mean, Nebraska lose if they lose to Michigan and Penn State, then they're 10-2.
10-2. That's not bad.
No,
10-2 really should get you in to the conference championship.
but then you're like, what, 6-2 in your conference? Let's see. Yeah. So. Yeah, Nebraska's got a good chance to be there, in my opinion. Now they could fuck it up.
Actually, no. Think about it. Big Ten got what? 4 teams in there last year. Indiana, Ohio State, Penn State. Who else was in there?
Oregon.
Yeah, there's a great chance that happens again.
Yeah.
We got to open our minds a little bit here. Nebraska's not making the conference championship, but they will sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, Dylan Raiola, great quarterback.
They will be the end. What's Indiana going to do this year, though?
I don't know. See, that's the thing.
That's a problem.
That is I mean, but the Big Ten has set themselves up, scheduling-wise, to sneak these teams in here.
There's a hair in this mic. I was like, I just shaved like 2 days ago.
Was it a red hair? Is it a red hair?
Yeah.
That's gonna be my hair. We switched
But
mics.
it's fucking tickling my shit. I was like, why do I feel like I have a fucking like stash on right
Tickle
now?
your shit.
And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, that's not mine. And I'm like, I shaved 2 days ago. And I'm like, no, this isn't mine. And then I looked at the mic. There's a fucking hair sticking out.
All Florida all day. We say technology kicking y'all's ass. All right, what's going on? All right, we got some chats in here. Thank you guys. Trevor, they're not losing against Penn State at night. At night.
That should be a sound. At night.
Nick, at night. At home. He meant at home. 49ers Seahawks. This is a college football podcast. WWE is more real than fantasy football. What are you talking about, Ronan? Get out of here.
In a way, he's not wrong.
Yeah, in a way, he's not wrong. We gave him too much power with the soundboard, folks. He can't be stopped.
Well, I gotta learn everything.
We're gonna have the good sounds on there for you next week. That's for sure. All right, Big Ten. I think I said my conference championship game was Oregon Penn State last week. I'm sticking with that.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll be a fucking homer. I don't give a damn. We're gonna say it's really hard to pick Ohio State. It really is.
Freshman quarterback.
I know, it sucks. We got to change it up. Give me Ohio State, Penn State rematch and Big Ten championship.
Penn State wins?
Wins the championship?
Yeah.
Loser in the regular season wins the conference championship.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
James Franklin gets the win.
In which game?
In the championship game, the one that the one that eludes him. The one that has always eluded him, the big one. He gets a conference championship finally.
Which is weird because, like, to say that's what's eluding him after being there for so long is kind of crazy. But yeah, we'll say it. Ohio State, Penn State.
But then do they play each other a third time
They could.
in the playoffs?
Texas, Georgia.
Yeah, they could a third time.
That's the beauty of college football playoffs.
I agree. I mean, if you got two teams that did a 1-1 like that, I want to see them play again. That's, to me, I don't want them making it to the championship game knowing they both lost to each other. I want them first round, done, one or the other. Fight. All right, moving on here.
You know what?
Yeah.
They're going to.
Oh, fucking do it again.
They're going to do it again.
And they're going to.
Oh, fucking do it again.
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 Or 3 times.
Again and again. All right, we done with the Big Ten there? So, wait, who gets in here? Write it down.
I'm going Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon, Nebraska.
That's 4 teams.
4 teams.
All right. I think I'm with you. I think I'm with you there, and we're discounting Illinois here. So somewhere Illinois had to have dropped some shit.
Why are we riding with Illinois? I still am not riding with that one.
I mean, I'm a big Altmaier fan here.
Okay.
And I like Brent Bielema. I mean, looking at their schedule, I think they get the win over Indiana at Indiana, and that's a strong first game. And all they have to do after that is beat Ohio State and Washington. You fucked it up. You crashed the UFO. Now we gotta tell the federal government. We gotta tell the federal government you crashed our alien spacecraft. Logan did the same thing. Everyone wants to come in and fuck with the levitating UFO. You gotta get it right. Yeah, it's hard. It's Mac. You're gonna fucking knock down the picture too. Yeah, you gotta get it just right. Oh yeah, that's tough. No, this is people. We're invested here. He has fucked with the UFO. He can't get it right. Saddam for Spartans. No, you got to find the sweet spot between the two magnets. Why do you like Washington so much, Justin? Washington's big on Justin's big on Washington. I'm not so big on Washington this year.
Who asked that?
Ronan, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, Damon Williams, he competed in the Manning Passing Academy. He won the competition versus everyone. When I say everyone, that means Arch, Ty Simpson, Garrett Nussmeier, Cade Klubnik, Sawyer Robinson, everybody. The top 40 quarterbacks in the country, outside of maybe Drew Eiler, were there. And saying Drew Eiler was the top 40 quarterback is kind of funny. But, yeah, Damon Williams.
Let's take a look at him. Damon Williams, 5'11", 190 pounds, out of Chandler, Arizona. Last year, nice, you got it. You can spin it too.
Muhammad stays in.
Let's pause that before we get copyright. 2024 season stats, threw for 944 yards, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception with a QBR of 84.3. You can read on the screen. So your big breakout player for Washington, their number one playmaker is their quarterback. And that's why he's big on Washington, folks. But you don't have him in the playoffs. You don't have him as one of your 4 teams in the playoffs there.
No.
Sadly.
It'll be them in Nebraska. I think so.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna go 3 teams for now. It's gonna be Penn State, Oregon, Ohio State. I don't want to completely copy you. I would say Nebraska too. Nebraska might get in, but let me wait because I want to see who gets in. I want to see if I have enough spots. I might not have enough spots because I know a team that isn't supposed to be in there is going to get in there at the number 12 or 11 spot.
Right now, you have Georgia Tech, Clemson, A-State, P-State, OSU, Oregon.
We're at 6. All right.
I'm at 7.
We got 6 more. You're at 7. Notre Dame's getting in for me. Throw Notre Dame in there in my playoffs. They're getting in. If they beat Miami and Texas A&M, the rest of their season's looking like cake. Besides that Boise State game, you got to go to Arkansas. Not really high on Arkansas this year. You got to go at Pitt and you end at Stanford. You win one of those 2 games, and they went out there in the playoffs. Are you throwing Notre Dame in there in the playoffs?
Kind of hard not to. Schedule's too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're at 8. I'm at 7. 7 teams there. Now, who plays who is the question, but we'll get to that in a second. The MAC. I got a Toledo Buffalo championship. Toledo Buffalo. It's a toss up. I'm gonna say Toledo because I'm riding high on Toledo this year, just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll take your Toledo.
No one's getting in the playoffs though from the MAC. That's purely for Wednesdays. Mountain West Conference, we already covered that. We said Boise State. I mean, if Boise State wins, they might be in the playoffs here.
So, okay, what was the rule change again that they just had this year?
It's a good question.
Because there would have been, like, the whole playoff system would have been changed up. Like, Boise State wouldn't have had a bye. That's right. The top 4 conference champions do not get a bye anymore. The top 4 conference champions do get in, though.
They don't get a bye?
No more bye.
The top 4 conference champions don't get a bye.
They get seeded.
So wait, they play in the first round at home? Is that what you're saying? Who gets the bye then?
The top 4 teams.
Oh, just the top 4 teams. Okay.
They seed them.
Okay, I got you. That makes sense.
I don't know how we used to do for the past 10 years.
Yeah. Understood. Okay, that makes sense. So it's not off the conference champion. It's off of the top 4 teams.
Which, I mean, then it's like at that point, why are we playing a conference championship?
Yeah.
Because then you're just like, well, now I got to play back weeks.
I mean, I think Big Ten champion, SEC champion, they
will automatically get in.
Right.
But when you were A-State and Boise State last year, like, you got a bye.
Yeah.
Now you don't.
Is what it is.
Like we wouldn't have that Arizona State or Boise State in the top 4 last year.
Yeah.
So, because now they're just reseeding. So that also automatically means that the little guy will also be 12, probably 95.
9 times. Yeah.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10. They'll be 12 seed.
That's how this. I mean, I think that's how it should be. You can't. I mean, you can't have a schedule like Boise State's, and I'm not saying Boise State's is that terrible of a schedule. I mean, you go to Notre Dame, but compared to the Big Ten teams, even compared to some ACC teams, this is. I mean, your teams that stand out to me are South Florida, App State, Notre Dame, UNLV, maybe Utah State with their new head coach. I do think they get in. Maybe at the 12th spot, though. Pac-12. Let's go Beavers. Join. That's crazy how they're just waiting on the Pac-12 to repopulate. So, go Beavs. So the SEC.
The SEC.
Just means more.
Why though?
Just because it does.
Why does it mean more?
It just does.
Like I don't get why does it mean more?
That's why the just is there. It just means more.
That just sounds a whole lot of like fucking.
That's what it is.
It's a whole lot of doodle bob.
It does just mean more.
You know what's funny though? Does it?
I mean, yeah, it does. Do you remember COVID in 2020 when the rest of football was like, "Hey guys, we have to like mask up and social distance and not play football this year," and Alabama was like, "Huh, yeah, y'all go do that. We're gonna be playing football down here." That's what happened, and the whole SEC was like, "Yeah, no, we're playing football." And then the Big Ten was like, "Oh, I guess we could play half of our season." And the Pac-12 was like, would we look like Republicans if we played football? So, it just means more. In an international pandemic where people thought they were dying, Alabama, LSU, Florida, Georgia were like, we'll die before we don't play football. All right?
Yeah, I agree.
So that's why it just means more. Digital fans, exactly, Ronan.
Fans of the digital world.
Digital fans.
Fans.
And Notre Dame scores a home run. I agree. I think they do score a home run.
That's a great pick right there. I'll put that on the parlay.
Yeah.
Actually, if you were
Mm-hmm.
off the top of your head, pick 3 teams that are hitting their overs on wins this year.
I mean, I'm going to go with Florida. I think Florida hits their win total. I think their win total is like 5 or 6. I think it's like 5 or 6. I'm going to go without knowing their totals. I would go Nebraska. So I think they're going over. And then I would go God, I really want to know what Arizona State's over is. But let me go Georgia Tech then. So Georgia Tech, Nebraska, Florida.
Nebraska is at 7.5.
Yeah. Oh, that dang. Oh,
They should torch that thing.
yeah. I think they should. But here's the thing: they could suck. They could suck like they do sometimes.
But then they also have a plus 900 odds to make playoffs.
And you got them in the playoffs.
And if I could parlay, here's what I would do. I would take Southern Miss because I'm taking them as the conference winner. They're at plus 1,400. I think that's a great pick.
That's a good pick for that'll be a nice end of the season bonus for you if you get that one.
I think Southern Miss is going to be, I think they're going to be the conference champion. Their win total is, I think, I forget how small their win total. It's like 5.5. 5.5.
Nice.
So I think they're going to win the conference plus 1,400. If I could parlay it, you can't parlay those things, which is really annoying though.
They don't want you winning.
Well, because I would make bang.
They don't want to see a man win.
I would make bang.
So calling right now, Southern Miss winning the Sun Belt.
Yep.
Okay. I like that. I mean, they're Marshall, champions of last year, pretty much brought the whole team with them, right? The continuity's there, the coach is there, the team's there. They just moved locations. and we'll see. But let's get back to the SEC. Let's get back to the SEC, where it just means more. I want to know your picks. I think so. We're gonna go with the assumption that DJ Lagway is healthy, right?
That's how you're supposed to do this.
That's how we're supposed to do this. So a healthy DJ Lagway all year. I think Florida drops at least 2 or 3 games, and at 9-3, I think the Gators sneak into the playoffs, but they're not in the championship game.
Hmm.
They pull an Ohio State from last year,
Oh yeah.
and I got Texas.
Digging.
Fuck, this is so hard. I got Texas and Texas A&M.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Just no.
Or I got it's between Alabama Texas championship or Texas A&M Texas championship for me.
It'll be in the conference championship. Bama at X's. We will see Bama make it, Texas make it, Florida make it, Georgia make it.
Georgia won't make it for me.
Why?
They're gonna lose to Florida.
Uh-huh.
Let's go to the schedule real quick.
I'll lose to Bama.
They're gonna lose to Bama.
I don't think they're losing to Texas and Bama.
They're gonna lose to Georgia Tech. Maintain all this year. They're gonna lose to Georgia Tech. That's why Georgia Tech's in the playoffs for me.
I don't know if they're going to lose to both Florida and Georgia Tech.
It would be so sweet. It would be so sweet.
I think you're a little bit off of it, buddy.
I mean, yeah, I could be.
You're a
I
little
could
bit
be.
off it.
You know, both teams very close to beating them last year. Very close. No cigar. Georgia Tech at home this year in Bobby Dodd.
But what does that really mean?
It means that they're swarming. The Yellow Jackets are swarming
no
on them
one's
dogs.
saying that
They're
about
swarming
them.
on the dogs.
No one's saying that about them.
Haynes King. Bless you. Haynes King is going to run the rock on them.
You think Haynes King's going to run all over Kirby Smart front seven?
He did last year. Yeah, he is going to do it again. He is going to do it again. And it's early on. Maybe Georgia Tech's not as good as I'm thinking, and they probably won't be. But bold prediction, it's the preseason. I got him in the playoffs for a reason. Playoffs. Yeah.
I'm going Florida, Georgia, Texas, Bama.
And that makes sense. So you're at 12. That's your 12.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got room for one more.
Should I take Georgia out and put in LSU?
Yeah, that's up to you.
I'll take Georgia out and put in LSU. Shout out, Trev.
The South will rise again. Ronan Jack in here with the comments. Digital fans, South will rise again. I love it. 30 people watching live. Thank you guys for watching on your various
Devices.
on your various devices and streaming services. Give us a like and subscribe to the at Real Swampcast and at CFB Extravaganza. If you haven't already, Ronan, we know you're a member. Thank you kindly. Yeah, I think Florida sneaks in. I could see LSU sneaking in there too. I don't think we'll get anyone from the Sun Belt. You're not going to get Southern Miss sneaking in. You're not going to get App State or James Madison. No one there. So I think I'm left with one spot. And it's going to be Boise State.
All right.
Write them down.
I'll put in Southern Miss.
You're going to put in Southern Miss? That means 13 teams. You got 13 teams.
No, I got no Boise State and no Tech.
Oh, you took Texas Tech out?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe it's a little far-fetched. Maybe I should leave in.
My predictions are more far-fetched than yours, but my bracket is like more. It makes more sense than your bracket.
Okay, so I'm going to do Boise State, Clemson. We're going to do A-State, Tech, OSU, Penn State, Oregon, Notre Dame, Southern Miss, LSU, Florida, Texas, Bama.
That's pretty good. Southern Miss is getting destroyed. Southern Miss is getting destroyed first round.
Yeah, they
Is
are.
that what we want to see in college? Is that what we want to see in college football, guys? Southern Miss ain't getting in. Boise State's getting in.
That's
Let me.
fine.
What were mine then? I want to.
You have GT, Clemson,
Clemson.
Boise State, A-State, Penn State, OSU, Oregon. I didn't write down your SEC teams.
I said Alabama, Texas, Florida. Said Alabama, Texas, Florida. Maybe I had A&M. I think I had A&M in there. It's 11, and then Boise State.
Yep.
We should have the brackets up here because it's hard to visualize who wins what. And to me, it's like we don't know where they're going to end up as far as the rankings. So it's kind of hard to place them. You know, which team's going to play which team. But with that being said, I mean, all the talk about James Franklin. My early season prediction is Penn State to win it all. They're returning too many people. James Franklin's got that monkey on his shoulder. If they win the Big Ten, they have to win the national championship. They get the bye, then they play maybe a team that upset another team in the first round that they weren't supposed to, and they got to win there. So I'm going Penn State. I'm going to go Penn State to win it, and I feel like I sound dumb just saying it. And also, by the way, if the Florida Gators won it all this year,
Which last time that a basketball team from the University of Florida won a national championship,
you're reading my
the
mind.
football team also won a national championship from the University of Florida.
And life's a simulation, so that's gonna happen.
And patterns are a thing, meaning
Yeah.
that 2 years from now, it'll happen again.
Yeah. So, but this is why I didn't want to bring it up, because now we've jinxed it. Now it won't happen. But everyone's going to be talking about it anyway. So it's got to happen. For me, it's got to happen.
No, they're not.
I mean, here's the thing about Florida. One of the top O lines in the country, one of the top D lines in the country. You got DJ Lagway if he's healthy. I mean,
Stop saying that. I hate it.
I mean,
I hate it.
because I mean, it's a
A stupid mindset.
it's not a stupid mindset when if he's out, then we got Harrison Bailey. We're looking at Harrison Bailey as our backup.
But you're not supposed to think like that. You're just not.
It happens.
I'm not just talking that from a Florida fan perspective. I'm talking that like just in general. You don't talk like that.
Okay, but look, like in the playoffs, after Carson Beck got hurt for Georgia, everyone who was on Georgia versus Notre Dame switched over to Notre Dame for a reason, and they won for a reason. So when you're picking games, you know, once the quarterback's out, you got to take that into factor.
We knew that was happening.
Jordan Travis, he's out.
Yeah, but that's because it happened. You're not supposed to sit here and predict and manifest, well, DJ Lagway probably will get hurt
Did you
again.
look at the schedule? Look at the schedule. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. He's healthy the entire time.
Correct.
He's healthy the entire time. The Gators could win it all. They could win it all. But I'm going Penn State right now, just because the most returning starters, James Franklin's got to get that championship.
But you still have A&M beating Florida.
Yeah, I got A&M beating Florida,
What the fuck?
and then maybe they play them again in the playoffs.
Oh my god.
It's at A&M. It's at A&M.
A&M, Florida, SEC championship.
I would love that.
That would be the least viewed SEC championship.
No,
it would be.
Florida alone is a massive market. They would be watching.
A&M doesn't bring anything to the table. Now, if it's Florida Bama, yeah, probably one of the biggest ones. LSU Bama, LSU Florida, yeah, big. But A&M would literally be they would be like tying an anchor to yourself, falling off a cliff, and just.
Well, keep in mind it's the top two. It's the top two teams now. It's not even like
Correct. It's
so.
divisions.
What if it was a Florida Georgia SEC championship? I thought about that too. A rematch of the cocktail party.
I don't think it's physically possible, but
I don't think so this year either.
because Georgia has to play Texas and Bama, Florida has to play Texas and Bama. That would mean that they would both have to beat Texas.
Yeah.
Wait, did I say Florida has to play Texas and A&M and LSU? Georgia has to play Texas and Bama. Yeah, that's just it doesn't seem physically possible.
And we're kind of counting out Ole Miss here with Austin Simmons, but freshman quarterback. I'm gonna say you don't get in this year.
You don't.
But I mean, for Florida's sake, maybe they drop one Ole Miss late in the season at Ole Miss. That's not impossible either. Pull it back on the SEC while we're talking about the SEC. That'd be a good idea. LSU is a big question mark for me. There's still a big question mark for me. You have him sneaking in. I could see him sneaking in as well.
If they stay healthy.
Yeah, whatever. To me, that first game though, if they lose to Clemson and then drop 2 of these SEC games with that schedule, that's kind of questionable. And then you end the season at Norman, Oklahoma, which we talked about a couple weeks ago. That's going to be a tough way to end the season. After a Western Kentucky and Arkansas back to back. I mean, at Alabama, Texas A&M, South Carolina. It's like I said, the floor is high for LSU, so is the floor is low, the ceiling's high.
I'm sitting with LSU 10-2. They're going to lose to Bama and they're going to lose to Oklahoma.
That loss to Oklahoma would knock them out, or maybe they sneak in.
10-2.
At 10-2, they get in, but that last week loss is heavy, especially if Oklahoma.
Bama would get in with the last week loss to Auburn in the 4-team playoff, let alone 12. You got to remember that.
That's true, but that would be their only loss of the season. If they did that, that was the case. It was their only loss of the season.
Calculating.
Barring maybe a loss to Georgia or something like that along the way. Yeah, look it up, but.
What was it, 2018 Bama? Or was it 2017?
It was 2017, because that was the year UCF won the championship.
Yeah, they lost to Auburn.
Won the championship.
They lost to Auburn.
When Gators win, Lake City feels it. Yeah, Lake City's right there near Gainesville. That's right.
Yeah, they won all their games except for the Auburn game. But this is once again, it's 12-team playoff, so you get another lifeline.
Yeah, they get another lifeline. I mean, I'm just saying, with LSU's schedule.
What are you saying?
With LSU's schedule, I don't see it. I said if they lost to Clemson, which would be a team in the playoff.
Yes.
And say they lost to Florida, which with a 9-3 team, that's another team.
Which last time
that's in the playoffs.
Bama lost to.
We're talking about LSU.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, go ahead.
If LSU loses 3 games, they're not in the playoffs.
Correct.
And I think, I don't know, man. Texas A&M, Alabama, Clemson, Florida are all games. South Carolina are all games that could be losses.
Give me your Florida losses again. You have A&M, Texas. You got to think they have to go 2-2 against Texas, A&M, Georgia, LSU.
Are you talking about Bama? Hold on.
No, I'm talking about Florida.
Are you talking about Florida?
You're saying Florida's going to get in, but you say 3 losses gets kicked out. Well, that means Florida has to go.
No, I think Florida. If Florida with 3 losses can get in.
I don't get where you're coming from.
Everyone else is saying, dude. Everyone else is saying Florida with 3 losses gets into the playoffs with their schedule.
Get in Ole Miss or South Carolina last year. Why would they get in Florida?
The schedule is just outrageously hard. You got at LSU. You got at Miami, Texas, Texas Tech, Georgia, Ole Miss. These are all top-ranked teams. Yeah, these are all top 25 teams.
If
LSU's schedule is not as hard as Florida's.
it's pretty hard though.
It's pretty hard, but I think LSU with 3 losses is not in. Florida with 3 losses is in. But at the same time, if Florida was 9-2 going into that Florida State game, and then Florida lost to Florida State, not good Florida State, then they're out. So that's what I'm saying about LSU is if they lose that Oklahoma game that last week and they've already lost 2 games, I don't see it for them. I don't see them getting in.
Florida has to win one of those 2 games, or 2 of those 2 games, though.
I get Texas A&M. I had them beating Texas at home in the Swamp. I know you don't want to say it. That's the time that the Swamp shines.
It's going to be A&M, and it's going to be Georgia. Why can't we just be
That's
smart?
fine.
Why
That's
can't
fine.
we just be smart?
Why can't we beat them all? Why can't we go undefeated? Why can't we just win every game? Something has to make sense here.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be those.
Logan, you got to come back next week. We're on the A&M train. We're on.
Marcel Reed sucks. He fucking sucks. All they can do.
And I hope he does.
He's gonna fucking suck.
I hope he
He's
does.
gonna fucking suck.
I hope he does.
Just remember, I said it. Marcel Reed is gonna fucking suck.
And I also said we were losing to LSU at LSU. But when that week comes, I'm gonna be talking so much shit about it, and we're gonna be there too. So that's gonna be fun. Live on the field. Florida doesn't get in with 3 losses. No one does. Trevor, you might be right, man. It depends on which losses. If Florida lost, you're telling me early on.
I tried to break this down to him. It doesn't make sense if one 3-loss team gets in, but the other one doesn't get in with 3 losses.
Unless they make conference championship and get
Perfect world.
auto bid.
Perfect world. Bama. They're going to lose to South Carolina. They're going to get in. Texas. They're going to lose to Georgia. They're going to get in. Georgia's going to go 9-3. They're not going to get in.
No, yeah.
They're going to lose to Bama, Texas, and then
Georgia Tech. They're losing to Georgia Tech.
No, you have to say Florida. You have to say Florida situation.
Yeah, they're going to lose to Florida too.
That means they're going 8-4.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, Florida, they're going to lose to LSU, and I will throw this pin at you,
Dude.
I will throw this pin at you.
I got to stay consistent.
No, you can learn. You can change. It's not too late.
We
to
have
change.
nothing to learn from yet. The season hasn't started.
No. I'm trying to save you.
I have made a path for Florida to get into the playoffs with losses
Your path doesn't make sense if we're not breaking it down the right way.
Break it down then. Break it down one more again.
Florida gets in if they lose to LSU and Texas.
Not if LSU is shit.
LSU's going to get in too because they're going to lose to Bama and OU.
That's their only 2 losses?
Who else are they losing to?
I just listed off
not
5
losing.
potential losses for LSU.
Okay, all right.
I just listed off 5 potential losses for LSU.
Again. List them off again.
You want me to list LSU's potential losses this
Correct.
year? These are toss-ups. Clemson, off rip, which he's done. He's lost to Florida State, season opener twice. Lost to USC last year, season opener. LSU could lose to Florida. They could do that. They lost to him last year. Nussmeier gets sacked 5 times. 7. Game over. Florida wins. Ole Miss, I'm giving that to LSU.
No, yeah, you have to get to the LSU.
Yeah. They could lose to South Carolina. You're gonna count out Lenore Sellers after they lost in heartbreaking fashion with that pick 6 fucking penalty called back.
At home.
Yeah, sure.
They're going to be at LSU.
Okay, fine. You're at bet. Okay, so how much of a point advantage are you going to give Death Valley? Like a 21 point advantage, 10 point advantage here? Okay. It's still a toss up to me. Like
I'm giving them and that's strictly on
LSU has lost to Troy.
LSU
has lost to Troy in Death Valley.
This is strictly
It can happen.
Oh my gosh. This is strictly on just Death Valley gets you 10 points automatically. That's not talking anything skill-wise with the teams. It's just straight up, they get you 10 points automatically.
Beamer ball.
No.
Motherfucker. it's a you're not
No, go ahead.
You're-
Go ahead. Go say.
Can I not count them as a potential loss?
Okay, count them as a potential loss. Who's the next one?
Texas A&M.
Oh my gosh, where's it at?
Texas A&M is a potential loss.
Wrong.
Okay.
Wrong.
And here Logan, an LSU
You
fan,
want me to tell
agrees
you?
with me.
No, because sorry if you're watching, Logan. Not gonna hate or diss, but every fan knows the home team wins this game. Who's at home this year, Rob?
LSU's at home this year.
The last 8 matchups, the home team has won. And adding on, Texas A&M has never won in Death Valley.
So
Never happened.
so you're gonna say it's not possible Texas A&M wins? There's no possibility that Texas A&M wins here.
There's a reason any given Sunday's a movie, yada, yada, yada.
I understand, but that's why I'm saying, that's what I'm saying.
You know, I watched the movie Radio for the first time the other day.
It's a good movie.
But really, it's not really like a football movie, though.
No, it's just a retarded guy movie.
Hey.
Yeah. You gotta let it play out.
I'm kind of retarded.
You gotta let it play out. All right, Texas A&M is a potential loss. You got Oklahoma as a potential loss.
I think it's a great potential loss.
Yeah, I do too, but it's like I think they're on the same level. Like Texas A&M and Oklahoma are ranked 18 and 19. It's like the same thing here. It's like the same thing.
No, it's not, because one has a great quarterback and one has sprinter.
A dual threat quarterback?
He's not a dual threat.
Marcel Reed is not a dual threat quarterback?
He's not that good.
Okay, all right. Yeah, maybe you just scarred from the Manning passing academy.
How about we put a bet on this? Let's do it.
What do you want to do?
Let's do a season-long bet
On Texas A&M?
on Marcel Reed.
No, I just want to do Texas
No,
A&M.
I want to do Marcel Reed.
What do you want to do? Alabama's also a potential loss. At Alabama.
Alabama
And then they go to Vanderbilt. I mean, I'm not going to count out Pavia. I'm not even going to count out Pavia.
All right. Potential losses. Okay.
Every single game.
The schedule. Yes, correct. Anyways, let's do a Marcel Reed bet.
Let's look at him. We're pulling him up here.
What would be the bet? Chat, help us out. What's a good bet to do on Marcel Reed?
He threw for 1,800 yards last year, 15 touchdowns.
I ain't
6
mad at that
interceptions,
whatsoever. I want to touch
And
you on
he
your
wasn't
NIL.
starting the entire season.
Correct. 15 touchdowns, 1,800 yards. What was the other number?
6 interceptions,
6 interceptions.
15 touchdowns. I mean, he could throw over 2,000 yards this season.
That's pretty easy, though.
But he's a sprinter.
Yeah, he is. He's not going to throw for. I say, here's a bet. I say he throws for less than 275.
That's a high number for a running quarterback.
250.
Because he pretty much started every game last season. He started the Florida game.
Give me the
and
number.
from then on
Give me
out.
the number of games that you think he's going to throw for over 250 in SEC play.
Such a specific bet.
Yes.
Why won't you just nut up and go over/under on a Texas A&M schedule?
Because Marcel Reed, there's a good chance this guy's not even starting all year.
So then, if he gets hurt, then the bet's null and
Not
void.
even say he got hurt. He just sucks.
All right, so that's more reason to just do Texas A&M schedule.
No, because then the backup quarterback might lead them to the over wins, and then you sneak away.
Okay, well then we're at an impasse then, because I got 1, 2,
All right, no.
3,
what do you
4,
have? What do you have? What do you have?
5, 6, 7, 8. I got over 8 wins. I say 9 wins.
9 wins.
So, I mean that's pretty easy. That's pretty easy on you.
I'll take the under.
Yeah. So you got 8 wins. You win.
Loser has to shotgun a 4 Loco.
That's a good bet for this podcast. That's fine. That's fine. We'll shake on it. We can't.
I know that.
What are you doing? There you go. I want you weaseling it out of this one. And you know what? I gave you one because I gave you a big win there. So
That's going to come down the Florida game.
yeah, it is. And I'll be happy with that. So I'll be happy shotgunning a 4 Loco if Florida wins that game. I might even if Florida wins that game, I might preemptively shotgun a 4 Loco. We'll see how we feel that week.
You just might say, all right, I lost the bet.
Yeah.
I'm going to celebrate while I can.
Exactly.
While this is still considered celebrating and me not just being a degenerate.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, like I said 2 weeks ago, they could go 7-5. I got them winning. I like Mike Elko. I don't know. I like Texas A&M. We'll see.
All right. Anyways.
You called it. Now, I think that all that's left, I gave away my champion already. All that's left is your champion prediction. Your championship prediction, too. Could we see a Clemson-Penn State championship?
I think we get Bama and Penn State.
That's such a classic football matchup, too. Bama and Penn State.
It really is.
Why Bama? Why is Bama in there?
Why wouldn't Bama?
Is Kalen DeBoer making leaps and strides that far that he's getting to the championship in his second year with Alabama?
Saban did it.
Saban did do it. At Florida State. Win-win. At Georgia's the tough game. We gave Alabama the win there. They beat Vanderbilt, beat Missouri. Maybe lose to South Carolina, but most likely win. They're in there. Yeah, I don't know. Who wins, Penn State or Alabama?
Bama.
Bama national champions this year? Hate it. Nope, hate it.
Look, it makes sense. All right. We had a new playoff come to life last year, right? Who won it?
Ohio State.
Last time we had a new playoff come to life, who won it?
Alabama? Is that right? No? Who was the first? Ohio State was the first to win in the playoff, in the 4-team playoff.
And the 12.
And the 12, yeah.
Who was the second team?
Alabama. Yeah. Okay. So you're just going patterns.
Patterns.
Go Gators. That's a pattern. Men's basketball on to college football. That's going to happen. I don't know, man. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a good season. To me, this season, I saw Josh Pate talking about this. It's going to be like last season. It's going to be like 2007. There's going to be a lot of upsets. There's going to be a lot of chaos. And so that's why, like, the preseason picks, almost none of it matters. But I hope we can look back to this episode and at least get, like, maybe half of the brackets right. Or, like, 8 out of the 12 brackets right. That would be nice.
Yeah. You know, it's great to talk preseason football of what's going to happen come December and January. But we're now to the point that we get to talk about stuff happening this weekend.
You read my mind. Good job. Week 0, we got 5 games. We got 5 games to pick. One of those games going to be the shot game of the week. I guess we'll end on that.
Shot game is back.
The shot game is back. And how are we doing the shots this season? Are we picking the liquor for the other person like we've always talked about?
We did that?
We talked about doing it. We didn't do it.
I thought we'd just do whiskey.
It adds insult to injury.
No, that's painful.
Okay, that's fine.
And if you ever lose a game, you better be careful with me because I'll be devious.
I'll just do tequila. I'll just do, like, tequila.
I'll literally have to go home. I'll have to go home. My first, like, bad experience of alcohol was tequila shots. And I literally, like...
Yeah, no, same. Tequila was my first... actually, I will say Pinnacle Whipped Vodka was my first one where whenever I would get a whiff of it after that night, I would have to not throw up, but I'd be close. But then after that, tequila Tequila Tallahassee, not a good mix as a freshman in college. Let's just say that. All right.
Give me whiskey. If you don't give me whiskey, I'm going to give you gin.
Give me whiskey or give me death. I don't mind a little gin. I mean, to straight shoot it, though, that sucks. That
That
sucks.
was always that was always one of my favorite things to do, like at like O'Reilly's on a $1 drink night.
Ugh.
It's like they're gonna be like, "Oh, can you give me a shot?" I'm like, "Sure."
Oh, that's
And-
devious.
And that'd be my own entertainment. Like, yeah, I'll waste $1 to see you suffer through pain of,
Yeah.
of a warm well gin shot.
Oh.
The bartender would look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, it's not for me.
Not for
it's
me.
for her. And then she would suffer in pain.
She hated you. She hated you. All right.
There was no goal in there.
No, yeah.
I was just in my own pure entertainment. I wanted to be devious.
I'm going to work
And then
my...
when I became a bartender, I would just give out free warm well gin shots because they'd be like, "Can I get a shot?" I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah.
You're not gonna like it. I don't care.
You always hook me up at the old
Old bar.
at the old bar. You don't want to say the name. That's why I was pausing. I was like, you want to say the name of your former employer on the podcast? All right, I guess not. Not proud of the podcast, this guy. Not very
No,
proud,
I'm proud
of
of the podcast.
Doesn't want to
I just
divulge
don't
his
wanna-
employers.
I just don't want to be openly admitted
At
I was
the
giving away free
law office.
alcohol. Like, I don't want to openly admit, like, oh, I'm giving away free alcohol to like people at the bar.
Right. Understood. Understandable. All right, so if you happen to be in Hawaii, tickets as low as $50 at the Stanford at Hawaii
What
game.
the fuck is that, dude? Who wants to pay $50 for a Hawaii game?
I'd go see it if I was in Hawaii on the Big Island. I mean, I don't really have any picks here. I would go with the Warriors at home just to go with the Warriors, to be honest. Let's see what the odds are here. So we got 5 games. We might as well pick them all, you know?
Yeah, we got 2.5 point spread in favor of Hawaii. Man, give me Stanford to cover. No, give me Stanford to win.
Right. With Stanford being the dog, it makes me want to pick Stanford. I figured Hawaii would be the dog at home. You know? The 2.5, I'm with you.
Give me Yanford.
I'm with yeah. Take the smart kids from California. The flight's half the time as the eastern part of the country. It's not that bad. You know, half of them probably lived in Hawaii for a little bit. Give me Stanford. Give me Stanford as well to cover that 2.5.
All right, UNLV, Idaho State, no line because UNLV's going to win.
Yeah, UNLV all day. Dan Mullen gets off to a good start. A good start.
All right, Sam Hughes and Western Kentucky.
Tell me something about Sam Houston or Western Kentucky because I might just go with the home team here, but some clamoring over Sam Houston has occurred. Maybe not. They're plus 10.
I don't know why you'd pick Sam Houston.
I would go with the home team. I would go with the Hilltoppers, but I just don't know enough about Sam Houston.
Yeah, I'm going with Western Kentucky.
10. You taking them 10? You taking them with the points? 10 points is a lot of points.
Yeah, I'll take them 10 points.
Okay.
Now this one's interesting. Kansas, Fresno State.
It is interesting. Let's see what the spread is here.
13
13 points for week 0.
for week 0.
I think I would take let me see here. First of all, I think I would take the over sitting at that 50.5.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be for me that I would if we had to lock. I don't think we're going to do locks because it's just like what are we doing here?
This week?
This week. No locks. Week 1, that's when we start the records. That's when we start locks and all that for competitive purposes. I would take Fresno here. If I had to pick, I'd take Fresno with the 13 points at Kansas.
Yeah. No, I'll take Kansas.
And I don't hate that either. I'm like on the fence here, but just week 0, I'm thinking it's just going to be closer. People are still getting used to game speed. I just, think a lot of these week 0 games are closer than you would expect just because you're still getting used to game speed. You're still getting used to real hits.
Okay. Let's do it.
Here's the game. Iowa State at Kansas State. in Dublin. It shouldn't say at Kansas State, in Dublin, Ireland. And this is going to be the shot game. But, I mean, I think we're all on the same page here.
I'm going the under.
Yeah. It's a European. They're in Europe. It's going to be like a soccer match.
Yeah, it's going to be a weird game. Give me the under. Give me K-State to cover. K-State to win. That's it.
See, I'm with you. So we can't. It's kind of hard to do the shot game.
Well, then Logan has to forfeit because he's not here.
He's not here. So he's on Iowa State.
Right.
Logan,
Sorry, man.
if you're listening to this, you got the Cyclones in week 0. That's good. So it's either 2 Irish car bombs. We would do the 2. If Iowa State wins, we would do the 2 Irish car bombs. If you win, or if you lose, you have to do the Irish car bomb though. We know you're sober, but you signed up for the podcast. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, there's really our hands are tied.
This is like 5 years.
Your hands are actually tied.
Yeah.
Our hands, we're in control because, well, we made these rules 4 years ago.
And you can't do Boddingtons. You have to do Guinness because it's in Dublin.
Who does Boddingtons?
Some people like to switch it up every now and then.
I've never heard of that.
There's some sitting in my fridge
have
right
you ever
now.
done alcoholic root beer?
Yes.
That's a really good car bomb.
I've made alcoholic root beer floats.
Okay.
Yeah. In college,
Did like the nine-year-old in you like always dream of that?
Well, no, there was a lady back in the day. We made I told her she wanted like a root beer float or something, and I was like, I'll make us alcoholic root beer floats.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. It works.
No doubt. Not dissing that, but I don't know, just a little.
Try it. Don't knock it till you try it.
But have you had a car bomb with alcoholic root beer?
Oh no.
Quite good.
Okay.
It's actually it's better. Like if I'm hammering car bombs, like if I'm doing 1 car bomb, I'm doing Guinness, right? But I know if I'm going to be partaking in like 5 or 6 that night,
you want to cool it off a little bit.
I'm doing the alcohol root beer. One, because it's just carbonation, so it's not filling, so you're not going to throw up black liquid. You'll just have to burp at the end.
I like it. I would try it. Now I wish so. For some of these games this season, I would not mind doing like a live commentary, like live drink and watch along. This is not going to be that weekend. I'm going to be in New Orleans this weekend.
Doing what?
I got comedy, so free plugs.
Plugs.
I'm going to be in
Plugs.
New Orleans at the Howlin' Wolf, doing some comedy at the Everything's Funny comedy podcast show. And then on 9/11, I'll be at the Drop-In here in Pensacola, Florida, doing comedy. I'm hosting that night, so they asked me to host the 9/11 show. And then I can't do 9/11 jokes. They said, you're going to do a show on 9/11, but you can't do 9/11 jokes.
I mean,
reasonable.
Yeah.
No.
Come on.
It's too soon. Too soon.
No, there's nothing too soon about it. It's just like you could go so many different routes.
With 9/11?
No, you just don't
You
have
just
to
avoid
go
it completely. We're going to avoid the
just-
elephant in the room completely.
No, there's no elephant. Just don't acknowledge it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's an elephant there.
Only in your mind.
No, it's not. It's not only in my mind.
And then someone's going to be like, my fucking mother died in that when I was 2.
And I'd be like, you can't come to shows on 9/11, man. I'm sorry. Can't do that.
It might actually go viral on TikTok. So just record it.
Yeah, no, it'll be recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether it's good or bad, it'll be recorded. If it's bad, you won't see it, hopefully. But all right, we're on Kansas State. Logan.
Rob might get a chair thrown in his head.
Yeah, we might.
Which would be posted, so.
yeah, it would be. You would see it. All right, so, I mean, that's it. You got Alabama.
I got Alabama.
I got Penn State.
You got Penn State.
/ the Gators.
/ the Gators.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right.
That's it. That wraps it up.
Next to our next subject, NFL preseason.
Get out of here. I mean, do you have any plug? Do you want to plug the morning show? Or?
So, a little bit about me. I I was once a young child.
So were we all. Once we all.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Anyways, Fox Sports Pensacola, the morning sports take, 8 to 9 every morning. You can check it on the Fox Sports Pensacola app. We also podcast it on the same places that you would find this podcasted. We're about to move it to 7 and 9 because football season, you got to have another hour to talk double the football. Why wouldn't you? Also,
It's a pity shit about sports.
check us out on Fox Sports Pensacola. I have interviews with John Gruden, Peyton Manning, Garrett Nussmeier, all the above on there. Got to check those out. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is bad news for Bama. And your pick. Their running back, broken collarbone.
Yeah, Jam is out for the good part of the first part of the season.
Jam Miller. Yeah. So, I don't know how that... I mean, they probably got a stable. So, yeah, before we go, address that, because that happened. That broke today. News broke today.
That broke today. A few things broke today. I think, I don't know, collarbone's weird. Like, you really can't do anything with that.
As a running back, too, you can't lower your shoulder or anything.
Yeah. That's pretty rough.
Pretty rough. You're starting running back.
Yeah, that's a running back I thought would be top 5, too.
But you still think they got a stable of backs enough to make it?
They should. I think so. That's the thing. We'll see. If it was Saban, I'm like, hell yeah, they do. DeBoer, I'm like,
Because now we're not talking hypothetical. We're talking actual injury, actual broken collarbone. Because someone was saying dislocated collarbone. Someone was saying dislocated. I don't know how you dislocate a collarbone. That thing is broken.
I think you could dislocate it.
Can you?
I think if
I was fucking connected, bro.
I think you'd be paralyzed if you did, right?
If you broke your collarbone?
If you were disconnecting a collarbone, that would mean you're disconnecting your head off its body.
People break their collarbones all the time. It's a solid
Yeah, but that's breaking it.
If you're saying if you dislocated it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get what they're saying. To me, it's broken. Fractured, maybe.
So next Monday, we'll be full throttle.
Yeah.
It's going to be not a lot of the news talk anymore, not a lot of predictions talk. We got games. We got big games. We got a whole lot of games. I'm talking Bears, Buccaneers preseason. Just kidding. We have a lot of really good matchups week 1.
Yeah, we don't do that here.
No, we never have. We never will. Ever.
I won't say never, ever, but I mean...
Never, ever.
I mean... It's nice to cover preseason, but also at the same time, it's just too much. I don't know. We do enough. This podcast, going on 2 hours. I mean, I don't know. I'm ready to get into the season. Like you said, we got picks next week, actual picks. Let me fix your camera. There you go. Sorry about that. Big picks. And we'll do we'll do week 0 recap, which won't be much. And we'll just get right into week 1 picks, which probably one of the biggest weeks in college football this whole season. A bunch of crazy good games. Ohio State, Texas, Clemson, LSU, just to name a couple.
Miami, Notre Dame.
I mean, it's loaded. It's absolutely loaded. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Thank you. Hit that like and subscribe. We got up to like 41 live viewers at one point. So congratulations for tuning in on Monday night. Come back and check us out.
I'm going to come.
Oh, man. Peace out, everyone.